Rams house, some unbelievable news from around the NFL this evening that has a huge impact on the Los Angeles Rams. The blockbuster trade between the Ravens and the Raiders of Maxx Crosby for 2 first-round picks has fallen apart. We're going to break down why and what this means for the Rams. Is he back in play and what the cost might be right now on the Rams Report. Wow, guys, that is really all I have to say. Just unbelievable news tonight. Maxx Crosby trade, the biggest of the year so far, bar none, has officially fallen apart this evening. That is going to be the first thing we talk about on today's show, without a doubt. But it will not be the only thing we talk about on today's show. I'm not going to lie to you guys. We had another show planned and built with some of this information on it, but we're going to keep it around after we get through our Crosby trade discussion, which will dominate the first half of today's show. We're going to talk about some other news from around the NFL, from free agency that you should know, and I'm going to get you updated on the Rams' current cap space. But before we do it, if you want more Rams news and rumors in your feed, if you want all the Rams breaking news content that you need to lock in with us. Make sure you are subscribed. There's more breaking news coming for the Rams. I am absolutely sure of it, whether it's going to be a free agency signing or a massive trade for somebody like Maxx Crosby. There is something else coming. I know it, and when it does, we will cover it on this channel. So don't miss a moment of Rams news this offseason and lock in with us here on the Rams Report. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So I was standing at my desk. We had just finished filming a different video for this channel that is now getting scrapped. And I look down at my phone and I see a notification that I immediately assumed must be coming from an NFL parody account, one of those fake reporters or something, that the trade for Maxx Crosby has fallen through. But I click on it and it is Adam Schefter himself telling us that the Baltimore Ravens have backed out of the trade. The Raiders put out this graphic, put it out to all of the insiders. They said the Baltimore Ravens have backed out of our trade agreement for Maxx Crosby. We will have no further comment at this time, but we don't actually need them to comment because Diana Rossini did for us and explained exactly what went wrong with this trade. The burning question on everyone's mind: why the hell did the Ravens back out? Medical reasons. After Maxx Crosby underwent testing today at the Ravens facility, Baltimore made the decision as an organization that it could not move forward with the deal based on the results of the medical. Said differently, Maxx Crosby failed his physical with the Baltimore Ravens. And she continued, Crosby will remain a Raider for now as other teams can weigh any potential risk that comes with trading for him. And that risk absolutely will lower his trade value, guys. Undeniably. You don't have an offer go through, in quotation marks, with a team, get announced publicly as being for 2 first-round draft picks, then have the whole thing fall apart and have other teams lining up to give you the same draft value that you just got. The price tag for Maxx Crosby is now way down. Because there's a lot of things that have to happen now. Information gathering. What the hell went wrong in Baltimore? Everybody knew that Maxx Crosby was dealing with a medical situation. Everybody knew that Maxx Crosby's knee was not the best, that he was in need of another surgery, I believe, a meniscus surgery, or just had one. It was one of those two things, that he came or finished the year on injured reserve. His knee was a known issue. How bad is the medical testing here? What exactly is that situation is something the Rams will absolutely need to get clarity on. But if they're comfortable with Maxx Crosby's medicals, I think you've got to take the opportunity to rob the Raiders blind here and get him for a third. I think it can be done. A future third-round pick, I think, gets this deal done. I really do at this point. With the fact that Maxx Crosby failed the physical, with the way his medicals are a completely unknown situation right now. We just don't know what Maxx Crosby's situation is, what his health status really is at this point. Is he even going to play in 2026? We don't know. Obviously, if the answer to that is no, then I don't want the Rams trading for him. But if he is okay, If they're okay with the medicals, even if he's going to miss a little time, even if he needs another surgery, I think this could be the price tag, and it's a move I would absolutely go make. But I want to hear from you. Are you in or out here? Trade or pass? Let me know in the comments. Give me a T for trade if you want to see us go out and acquire Maxx Crosby for a future third. Give me a P for pass if you are out on the idea of trading for Maxx Crosby. I think we should all be in. I really do. I think we should all be in for that price tag. Because in 2026, even if you do have to move on from Byron Young because of this, I think you could trade him. I think you could get trade value for him in return that would be greater than the third-round pick. You'd actually be upgrading draft capital-wise, not having to move off of multiple firsts or a premium first-round draft pick to acquire Maxx Crosby like we originally talked about, not having to move Byron Young in that deal like we potentially originally talked about. This would be this is a dream situation in a lot of ways. I thought this was over. I thought with the Ravens trade, we had no chance at bringing this guy in, that it was done, that we missed out on the opportunity and it's gone. Okay, whatever, fine, we missed it. But maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't. Maybe it's still on the table. And again, there's a lot of information gathering that the Rams still have to do here. You still have to figure out whether or not Maxx Crosby is healthy enough to play in 2026, because that's my big concern here, is that the medical is so bad, he won't even be able to play in 2026. He will be out for the season next year, which is possible. It is possible. We don't know. I'm not a doctor. I haven't seen Maxx Crosby in person. I haven't seen his medical tests. All of this is up in the air. All we know is the Ravens were uncomfortable, but it is entirely possible that the Rams might be. That the Rams might not be as uncomfortable with this medical result. That the Rams might be willing to take a chance here, knowing that adding a guy like Maxx Crosby to their defense without having to move off of any of their existing pieces or premium draft capital, I mean, who's stopping this Rams team? Not to sound like ML football, but who is stopping this Rams team if you add Maxx Crosby to the lineup? I don't think anybody could. I don't think anybody could. That's going to do it for the Maxx Crosby discussion. Let's shift gears here, and let's talk about everything else that happened in the NFL today. I know. Wild, wild, wild finish to the evening of what was an otherwise kind of quiet day, to be completely honest with you. Not a ton of major movement for day 2 of the legal tampering window, or I guess the last day of the legal tampering window, since tomorrow begins the new league year. You know, everything is official tomorrow. But one major notable signing that did occur, and I think it's notable for the Rams especially because last night we talked in our day 2 targets video, which a lot of you checked out. Thank you guys for the great performance on that one. Romeo Doubs was a potential option for this team. He is no longer so. He has signed a $70 million contract with the Patriots, and thanks, Les Snead, for not doing this, because that is a big overpay. I did not want to see the Rams sign this kind of a contract with Romeo Doubs. This is what we talked about in the day 2 targets video, that Doubs was going to get overpaid by somebody, and I didn't want to see it be us. We let New England make that mistake. But there's a couple other options that we talked about last night that remain on the table. I expected at least 3 of these guys to be gone. Only one of the guys we talked about last night off the table. Trey Hendrickson still available. Jennings still available. Joey Bosa still available. And Keenan Allen all still available as of 8/17. I do think the Maxx Crosby trade is going to have a big impact on the availability of Trey Hendrickson in a hurry, though. So if that's changed by the time you're watching this video, just know we filmed at 8/17 on Tuesday evening. Now, if the Rams are going to go out and get any of these guys, they've probably got to create a little bit more cap space. As of right now, they have approximately $17 million in cap for 2026. And I say approximately because, as we've talked about before on this channel, it's a tricky time to know your team's exact cap numbers, as deal details are not fully in for all of these contracts. We have details in for Jalen Watson's extension, we have details in for Trent McDuffie's extension, and we have details in for Cam Curl's extension as well, but we are missing details for Tyler Higbee's deal. So because of that, we don't know exactly where the Rams sit in cap space. I would guess it's anywhere from 17 to 19 million. It's 21 million without Tyler Higbee's deal on the books. And the way the Rams have structured deals tells me they're probably rolling money backwards on Tyler Higbee, because that's what they've done with pretty much everybody else, continuing to try to open up money, indicating that they're not done yet, because you're not just opening up money for no reason. You're not just moving things down the line because your cap space looks better when you do it that way. You're doing it because you need that cap space for a follow-up move. And the Rams know in their back pocket, Les Snead knows he's got 3 more things that he can do to create north of $30 million in cap space. So that $17 million number, it's fine, but it could really quickly become $47 million if the Rams want to go all in, if the Rams really want to be aggressive right now. And I think we all know the answer to that question. So the 3 things you got to do: restructure Matthew Stafford. That'll save you almost $12 million. Restructure Devontae Adams. That'll save you over $11 million. And restructuring Alaric Jackson will save you almost $9 million. I expect the restructures for Matthew Stafford and Devontae Adams will come very, very soon. This is a great reason to be locked in with us on the Rams Report by Chat Sports. A great reason to hit that subscribe button, because I think these deals could be coming in the next couple of days. They could be coming any minute now. We could be hearing about these restructures. They might have happened right now while I'm filming. I might get off of this and Dilly might tell me, hey, Jackson, they actually just restructured Matthew Stafford's contract because they're going all in to create some room for Maxx Crosby after that trade fell through. That could happen. If it does, don't miss a moment. Subscribe, turn on your notifications. We'll cover everything that the Rams do. You know you are covered when you are subscribed to the Rams Report. Guys, we love doing this. It is almost 9 p.m. Me and Dilly still here for y'all. So thank you for being here with us. Thank you for watching today's video, and we will see you in the next one.